For non-UK people, what do you think fairy liquid might be? I thought it sounded like some kind of drink. Maybe even a gimmicky alcoholic beverage. Looked it up, and that's not it? Yeah, don't drink it. As someone from the UK, great question. It really is, and the answers are brilliant. It's such a common thing that I've never actually realized how wrong it sounds. Sounds like a drug that'll fuck you. Well, it's not a drug, but it will make you sick if you ingest it, rolling on the floor laughing. It makes me think of Red Bull gives you wings, so maybe like an energy drink. You'll get wings in heaven. So yes, basically Red Bull. One of those alcoholics with glitter in it. Elton John. Edit. Thanks for the awards, you beautiful dafties. This very well may be my favorite comment ever. Maybe absinthe. It's got those fairy vibes. So you, Monsieur, UK people, feel free to jump in and let us know now. Dishwashing liquid. I was way off. Probably not a smoothie comprised of fairy limbs, so I'm gonna day booze. Sir, how much booze did you drink before making this? All of it. It's either lemonade or straight up meth and nothing in between. Edit. Oh, what the fuck. Fun fact, the UK is largely free of meth. We mostly do ship tons of cocaine, weed or ecstasy instead. Don't forget heroin. Glasgow represent. The liquid thingy you put in a vape pen? I mean, if you smoke it, you would definitely go very high, straight into heaven, I'd even say. I'm British, and you have just made me realize how strange the words fairy liquid sound. Bubble soap. My kid used to call bubbles fairy houses when she was really little. I have no idea. Technically it can be used for that, but it's mainly used as a washing liquid. I immediately think of a pastel rainbow eye liquid with sparkles. Sensibility tells me that it's likely a tea or alcohol. Oh no, definitely not. It's a washing supply, used to clean plates and cups and so forth. I work at the company that makes it. Not my department, but I see it in the building. The realization dawned on me that there is a different name for the same product sold elsewhere. The better question is to ask non-Brits what they think squash is. That one is stranger to me than fairy liquid. Indoor tennis. We call squash the game squash. But you know the stuff where it's like juice but you have to add water? That's also squash. Ah, diluting juice, squash. That was a fun thing to introduce to my Spanish relatives. But when you said squash, I will say the sport and then the vegetable came to mind first. Very contextual. Squash. Age related too. I bet not many under 18s would name both the sport and the vegetable before the drink. Squash is either a vegetable, like butternut squash or acorn squash, or a game played by rich people in a small room. Monsieur is also cordial to make drinks out of. Ha ha ha. As a Brit, these answers are amazing. We have fairy liquid in Finland too, so it never even occurred to me people would be confused about this. Lol. This is so amusing. Probably some kind of cleaning product. You're not foreign. I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm an Englishman in New York. Clearly it's melted fairies. My favorite food. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say white out. Like, basically white paint that you use to correct mistakes on documents before you photocopy them. In the UK we call it Tip-X. Good guess though. Nope, that's Tip-X. Oh god, is that what you call semen? That was my guess too. I'm so ashamed now. It's not, but it will be now. All I can think of is a liquid form of cotton candy, since I've heard in Finland and Australia it's called fairy floss. I just looked it up and I couldn't be more wrong. In England we call it candy floss, which is odd because the word candy is generally considered an Americanism. Monsieur, I've heard cotton candy called fairy floss, so I DK some sweet drink. A milkshake. Smells like apples. Does not taste like apples. Can confirm, does not taste like apples. Boy, I'm loving every second of this. Sprite. I ordered lemonade in England and it was basically Sprite. What were you expecting it to be? In America out lemonade isn't carbonated. So, lemon cordial. Easy enough to buy in a shop but harder to order in a restaurant unless someone has the lemon juice. and sugar syrup to hand. As someone from the UK, I've never thought about how weird this might sound to others. Tears of joy. It sounds like some potion from a fairy tale. And then, Peter Pan consumed the asterisk fairy liquid asterisk. Edit. Oh god, that sounds so wrong. He did what to Tinker Bell? All he had to do was say, I believe in fairies. Liquid fairies. Dish detergent? We call it dish soap, but yeah, the liquid that is used to remove grease from plates. Dish soap. It's washing up liquid in it. My bad, got kinda confused there. Yeah, you're right. The stuff you blow bubbles with. This gets a pass. Lean. Dish soap. My first guess would be absinthe. I think it had a history of being called fairy juice. Supposedly it was so strong that back in the day, they said if you drink it you would see fairies. Well, they're both green, and if you drink much of either you're going to have a very bad time. Probably some sort of drug or alcohol. Seems to be the consensus. British? Must be alcohol. I mean, fair enough. Dish soap. Not sure, but I think Boris Johnson has had enough of it. No, that man hasn't drunk enough of it. We can only pray. Some sort of sweet syrup the kids put on their waffles or pancakes. It's washing up liquid. Someone drank it and he threw up afterwards. So it must not have been sweet at all. I am from the UK and you have officially opened my eyes to how strange that sounds. LSD. I've lived in the UK for a year now. My guess it's London Dry Blue Gin. Edit. It's the goddamn detergent. I thought it was something else. Dude, fuck off. I know what the detergent is. I watch a lot of British TV shows and I've heard this a couple times over the last couple of decades. From context, I think it's dishwashing liquid. Him gay guy's jizz. It's washing up liquid LMAO. Same thing for some zero. What the fuck? Oh my god. Dish soap. Correct. I've literally never heard of that. Is it glue? It's dish soap. Similar to Palmolive or Dawn. I mean, we people in the US don't call it Dawn liquid or Palmolive liquid. We don't call all dish soap fairy liquid. Not that I'm aware of. We just say washing up liquid. But fairy is probably very popular. I certainly refuse to use any other. No, because for one thing, it's really viscous. I gather that the British are really into brand names. Like Hoover, as a verb. Not any more than Americans, I don't think. Most brands as generic names are common to both countries. And for every unique British one I can think of, there's a unique American one. We have Hoover for vacuum. You have Band-Aid for a plaster. We have sellotape. You have Scotch tape. We have Bureaus. The type of cheap pen you'd get in a 10-pack. You call cotton buds Q-tips. We have cash points. ATMs. You have Kleenex. Etc., etc. We do call vacuum cleaners Hoovers, and we sometimes call washing up liquid fairy liquid, but we never call tissues Kleenex. We never call sticking plasters Band-Aid. We never call gelatin deserts Jello. We call it jelly. We never call ice lollies popsicles. We never call cotton buds Q-tips. We never call paracetamol Tylenol. I think using brand names as generics is more common in the US than the UK. Tinker Bell's body fluids. Liquid meth. Is it glue? Like the children's glue with glitter in it? It's washing up liquid, lol. Baby food. Dunno. Sounds dirty. It's very clean, actually. You are also wrong. Looked it up. Thumbs up. I've heard of fairy soap, so I guess liquid soap. Since you implied it's a UK thing, then I think it's slang for beer. Hell no. Glow stick juice. Delicious. Some kind of way to get fucked up. Like lean. Yup, up to heaven. I love how everyone thinks it's related to drugs and alcohol when it's dish soap. Vodka. Isn't it a dish soap? I know fairy floss is cotton candy. So maybe fairy liquid is some kind of sweet drink. Edit. Looked it up. Gonna but some and see if it's actually sweet. It's actually candy floss here. Fairy floss is Australian, I believe. USA. I worked in the Middle East for a few years and this was my brand. It was an adventure trying brands I'd never heard of in the hopes that it would be what I was looking for. Some kind of drug? Thank you so much for watching and have a good day.